When it comes to building in Sumter County, experience matters. From remodels, barns, additions, and accessory buildings to creating the custom home of your dreams, our Hogan Construction delivers quality you can trust. Russell is hands-on and on-site daily, going above and beyond to ensure the project isn't just completed, but crafted to perfection. He doesn't just meet expectations, he exceeds them. For a builder who puts integrity and craftsmanship first, call R. Hogan Construction today at 352-793-7660. Russell Hogan Construction. Built on tradition, built to last. All right, welcome back to another edition of the Goblay Show. I'm your host, Billy Goble, and today is a special day. We have our special guests. We have two today on the show, and they are our Sumter County Queen and Teen Queen. Without further ado, I want to welcome Miss Julia Roberson and Dayna Raybon. They're used to waving, guys. Ladies, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, so excited.
I figured this would be a cool little thing for everybody to get to know you. I know we did a little questionnaire at the fair, and I wanted people to, they see you all the time and all the pictures when there's a grand opening for something, or if there's at the fair, everybody got to see you, or whatever, the rodeo, whatever have you. And I just want them to put not only the face with the name, but what comes with the face and what makes you who you are. So I appreciate your time. And how are we, guys?
I'm pretty good.
Doing pretty
Tired. It's early. Super early.
Very early.
But
it is early. I'm actually pretty proud of them for getting up this early. This is
I know.
Yes. And
Yeah.
we were kind of on time.
We were pretty on time. I'm always late. Like
Always.
always late.
She's so
always.
late.
Like if I have to be somewhere at 10:30, tell me it starts at 10 because I will be
Yes.
there
The
late.
first day of the fair, she was 5 minutes late, and we had to wait on her to do the pledge.
No, it was like 25.
Yeah.
She's being nice.
she's being nice. She's being very, very,
Yeah,
very,
she's being very
very,
nice.
very nice.
I was calling her as she was running in. We had barely knew
Yeah,
each
she
other.
was in the arena. This was like the second day we met, and we were in the arena, and she's like holding the mic, like, Julia, come on. And I'm like, I pledge allegiance, like, to the flag.
I was the only queen that day.
Yeah.
Well, punctuality takes time. It takes a
Yeah.
little bit of time to learn all that. But
We're working on it.
yeah, you work on it.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys up to these days? Like, I mean, I know people got to understand that you have a little more responsibility than just showing up for picture ops and like I said, openings of businesses or for the Chamber of Commerce or whatever have you, or the rodeo, like I said, which this is going to be post, so it just happened. But what is a daily? Now I know Dayna is still at school, but Julia, we'll start with you first. What's a normal day for you?
Waking up early, as always. I don't wake up too early, but I do get to sleep in. I'm a hairstylist at Michael's Couture Salon down on Main Street in Leesburg. I'm there every day.
Oh wow!
Yes,
So you love doing hair?
I do. I really do love hair.
What made you decide to do hair?
Well, originally I wanted to be a political sports broadcaster.
Really?
And I didn't want to be on the field, but I wanted to do all the political stuff within sports. And then I felt like I was just a little too young to leave. I would have been 17 when I left for college.
Gotcha.
So I was thinking about other routes, and my guidance counselor said, why don't you do hair and makeup and all that? Because I was a competitive dancer growing up, so I was always surrounded by the hair and makeup. And I was like, okay, that's okay. Yeah, so I graduated in May, started hair school in September of last year.
Cool. Dayna, what about you?
Well, I'm in high school. Obviously, I go to South Sumter. I used to cheer, and I decided that being queen, that's all I wanted to do. I go to school all day. I work at the Socialite in Bushnell after school most every day. But sometimes I do not go just so I can go to queen stuff with Julia. But I also show lambs, so whenever I get home from work, I take care of my animal that I'll show in March.
Wow. So you guys are pretty busy about your daily routine in general. Not only that, you have all these extracurricular things that you have to do as being a queen. So it's not just showing up and waving like you did in the intro. You actually have a full day every day.
Yes, it's like a full-time job.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any days off?
Like right now is kind of where it's starting to pick up again. Over the summer, like after Miss Florida when we competed and stuff.
We did not do a lot.
We did not do a lot over the summer. Like from like fair time to Miss Florida, it was like all about Miss Florida. And then
Gotcha.
July was kind of that break, but now it's like we have something every single weekend until like November.
Well, it honestly goes all the way to Christmas because Christmas parades start picking up. We have like 3 in one weekend.
Yeah.
That we will.
That's right.
It's like 1 in the morning, no lunch, like.
Yeah. Lake Pan in the morning, Webster at night.
Yep.
We're trying to figure out, is it Wildwood?
Oh, Wildwood does have one. Yeah,
yes,
you're right.
Wildwood does have one.
So that keeps you pretty busy as well.
Yes. And we're always being watched. Emily's always like be picture ready, like always.
It's hard to eat without people watching.
Oh my gosh, I know. And sometimes people be like, Julia, Dayna, we loved your outfit, like this outfit. And it's like, we haven't worn that outfit in 6 weeks. Like, you still remember that. And people like remember everything.
Yeah. It's good to be remembered.
Yes.
It really is. And I know the whole thing. I cannot stand. I don't know what it is, and I mean I don't try to eat like a cow or anything, but I hate eating in front of people. That's always like, especially if it's somebody you don't know. Like if you're at a restaurant and you just so happen you're at the table and you just lock eyes with somebody, you're like, oh,
Hey.
what's going on?
Or when you're eating and like the waiter comes over, you doing good? Doing great.
Yes. I think they wait for that moment. They're like, and like they have cameras everywhere and they have like a stage guy back there. They're like, and he's about to put it in his mouth. Go in there. Chuck, hit table 2. Table 2.
Go.
So I mean, it is one of those things where, it's a weird thing, and so it's being watched all the time like that is that's how these celebrities are. I mean, they know exactly what
we
what
feel
it's
like celebrities.
Yeah.
We are celebrities. We are.
Yeah. See. Well, you're not only you're in the public eye, you're representing something, and I coach football, and we tell our kids all the time, like, hey, look, it's about you, your name, and the brand. I mean, it's about who you represent. So that jersey, the name on that jersey is who you're representing. Not only that, your name on the back, that's your family name. So you got to prove them both worthy. You can't let them both down. So we try to instill that when they're young, like, hey, look, it's something bigger than just yourself. So, but we are very, very thankful to have you representing our county. Tell me. Yeah.
You try so hard.
I was going to say, yeah. So tell me a little more about, I mean, we'll kind of go into the whole process, and then I don't really need to, I don't know if we should like do your whole year, but because you haven't completed it yet, but let's start with the fair, like when the pageant, like for someone who is interested in doing the Sumter County pageant, what is something that you would recommend them do to, like, obviously it depends on what, talent they do or what they're going to, whatever their specialty is. But what is something you can, like, any advice you could give a young lady that's wanting to be in the Sumter County
Take
pageant?
it all in, because when I competed for Sumter County, I did not know what I was getting myself into. I had competed before, and I've always gotten first runner up, and I was like, okay, let me try one more time, like, just to see if I can win. And I won, and I did not expect, like, us to do things back to back to back to back. And everyone always talked about Fair Week, but I had never known.
Yeah.
And the night we won, Dayna texted me on Instagram and said, I am so glad we won together. And I was like, I'm not taking my crown off. She goes, I just showered with it. And it was like we clicked right then and there. And we planned out our outfits together. We FaceTimed like every night. And it really, like, take it all in, because all the girls, like, you're stuck together for a week. And you might get sick of each other by sale day.
Yeah.
But we really are, Dayna and I are closer than any of the girls, maybe because we are older, but we were with each other so much during Fair Week.
Right.
And so now we have that bond forever. So you really have to, like, enjoy it.
Right.
And it's long and it's tiring, but definitely enjoy it.
Dayna, what do you think?
Well, I competed at Sumter County 3 times before I won the crown. I competed in teen all 3 years. I wanted to do it so bad when I was little, and my parents would not let me. And so when I was finally old enough to like make my own decisions, I decided I wanted to do it. And my 3rd year, I won. I'm convinced I won with Julia because we're just meant to be. But
She was waiting to win for me.
yes, I was
that's
waiting.
what it was.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that year.
Like, when she competed before, she sat in her interview like this.
Like, don't pick
I'm
me.
just waiting. I'm just waiting for Julia to be here.
I was gonna say, Dayna, that's never. If you ever go for a job application, don't ever do that because that is a telltale sign that you're not gonna get hired. I don't even know. You should just go. Well, I'll just show myself out the door. I mean, you might as well just go ahead and figure something else out because that's not that kind of body language is. That's why they teach you all that because. Body language is a major telltale sign of what's going on inside.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And it's a good
big
trait to be able to read body language because some people don't know how to read body language.
Mm-hmm.
So it is very
Absolutely.
good to, like, you don't want to talk to me? Okay.
Yeah.
It's also such a big part of how you win is in your interview, how you're talking to people, your stage presence, like just how you are as a person, how comfortable you are, your confidence in yourself whenever you're talking. Like that's a huge part of how you win. And like your interview is just, it's, I think the most weighted thing.
Yeah, the interview is most weighted. It's like the most, like, highest percentage.
Because that's when the judges see you like one-on-one. You're talking to them.
For
it's
you.
It's just you and them. They can ask you anything. It's
Right.
really, I mean, you
Yeah.
turn in a sheet with like little facts about you, but they can ask really anything. And the conversation can go so far in 7 minutes.
Yes, yeah, and that is actually the longest interview besides Miss Florida. That was the longest interview I had ever been in, and that was only a second pageant I competed with interview. And like this is an interview, and this is how you like want to be super comfortable with the judges. You can't be too nervous. You don't
Right.
want to sit here and like brag about yourself. Like you just want to talk to them.
Right, and like you said, if it's one-on-one, you open up more. That's what I love about
Yes,
this podcast.
yes.
Although we're not one-on-one per se, it does allow you to feel more comfortable to open up. And I've had a lot of people open up, and don't get me wrong, I love it. I love it because I love to show the human side of people. I mean, people forget people are human.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They just think, this person's not like me, or they could never be hurt. I'm sure they didn't go through that, and they have. You just don't know about it because they don't talk about it until they can open up and express how they feel. And that's such a big key to a great conversation. I mean, you want it to be genuine. You don't want it to be fake. That's why I never really prepare questions. I have a couple questions for you today, but nothing like, I never do that because, although I want to congratulate you. I think you're the youngest person I've ever had on my show.
I didn't know what you were about to say. I was like,
Deserves,
How old are
like,
you?
an
How old are you?
award.
17?
I'm 16.
16. Okay, yeah, you beat Kel Ellis. He's 17. So
Okay.
Okay, where's her plaque?
I know, right? We
Where's
need to
her
get that.
shelf?
It's almost my birthday though. My
Oh.
birthday's in November.
Okay, well,
Okay.
but
It's like 2 months away.
but it still counts. Even if it was tomorrow, it would still count.
Yeah, true.
But like I was saying, going back to what I was saying, if you have this conversation with people and you show them, there's an old saying, I think it was Maya Angelou said, if someone shows you who they are, believe them. And that has a lot to do with
First impressions mean a lot. Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, I do understand that sometimes you can't base everybody off first impressions.
Yes.
I have a friend of mine that I worked with at Disney, and the first months that I worked with this young lady, I was like, she is like I don't know if we can be friends. Like it's one of those things where I'm like, I just don't know about this, and we talk still. That was 25 years ago. We still talk because we're good friends. We've opened up shared things, to be friends. That's how you do it. That's what a friend is. Someone who knows you better than your own self.
Yes.
So y'all doing this at the same time has made y'all come closer together. Y'all say a lot of this like it's like sisterhood, like we have brotherhood, y'all have sisterhood. I know exactly how that feels. Although y'all have different topics, it's still the same unity. You're bringing two people that, did y'all know each other before this?
Not even a little bit. When I saw her at the meeting, I went and told all my friends that there was a redhead there, and I'd never seen her before.
When we were...
What are you, a spy?
I was like, yeah, like we were talking about all the contestants, and I think there was like 6 girls in Miss or something, and all of them were girls that like I've known for a really long time.
Yeah.
And then Julia was the only one that I didn't know. I kept telling everyone she was the only one.
We went to like the meeting to like, or I guess like the orientation to sign up and everything, and the only person I knew was Shakira. I was the only person because she's competed before. And everyone said, stand up or raise your hand if you're in Miss. And I raised my hand, and I think there was about 17 people that turned around and just looked at me.
It was me. One of them was me.
And I was like, I wanted to put my hand so bad. I wanted to put my hand down so bad. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so nervous. Because I signed up that morning.
Yeah.
I had lost a previous pageant, and someone told me do Sumter County. Like, just do it. It's going to be so much fun. It was actually Shakira Huff that told me to do it.
Yeah.
And Gracie Shaw's aunt, the previous teen, told me to do it. I was like, okay, so I signed up that morning and showed up to the thing. But when we were practicing for our opening number and everything, Gianna Timmons went, raise your hand if you've never competed before. And between all of the teen and all of them, I am the only one that raised my hand, and everyone just stared at me. And I was like,
yeah. Yikes. Yeah, well, I mean...
I'm definitely coming into, I don't want to say a clique, but, a family. I'm just kind of, coming in, and they're,
some girls,
super...
do it from the time that they're, in Little Miss, and they just go, Allie, our junior Miss, she's done all 3 of the younger titles.
Her goal is to win every single title.
And I think she's going to meet that goal.
She will be it.
She's going to be the first Miss America from Sumter County.
You think so?
I'm convinced.
That's awesome. Well,
yeah, but when she wins, she has to remember
us, because we were her
because
first.
When she is old enough to compete Miss America, I'll probably be 45.
Yeah,
not
seriously.
really, not really.
We'll probably
Julia, the math is not opening.
What? How much older am I than her?
I'm
she
4
12?
years older than her.
Okay, then I'm 7 or 8 years older than her.
Yeah.
Is she 12? So yeah, I'm 7 years older than her.
So you might be pushing 30 by then.
Yeah, just.
I know that feels like
her Miss America days will be over.
They will be over, but I will be Miss America. Hopefully, if we in 20 years, if we look back on this and I wasn't Miss America, just forget I said anything. But I will be Miss Florida. That is a goal. Yeah.
Listen, anytime you have a goal, pursue it, and it doesn't matter what it is. If it's something that you really want to do, I have learned through this that if it's something you really want to do, you'll do it.
Yes.
And I believe that wholeheartedly. So if, now there are things that you have to do to put yourself out into the network and get people to recognize you and stuff. Show your face, meet new people, networking.
Yes.
But if you want to do something, I've always said, I heard this, I don't remember where I heard it from, but they're like, you're never going to be good at something you're not interested in. And that's very true, because you have no interest, so therefore there's no effort, there's no time, there's no
heart in it.
That's right. There's no work ethic. So to continue to strive to maintain this goal, you have to have some kind of ambition. That's why a lot of people they'll have this idea, they'll have a dream. People say I have a dream all the time. I want to do this one day, and then life happens. And so they say, I want to open up a restaurant. And then they realize, oh, wow, there's a lot of obstacles in the way.
Yeah.
I've got a family. I need money. I don't know how to run a restaurant. But some of the best people that could run a restaurant, they've never had any experience with that. They just kind of went and did it. Why? Because there was passion. You have to have that passion. And as long as you show how badly you want something, I think it speaks volumes for, even if you don't succeed in what you were aiming at, you still tried hard enough. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? But anyways, going back to the competition, for someone who's never been to the pageant, what is that process like? You've already said the pre-process, like you raise your hand, you're like, I've never done this before. So this is a perfect example.
I've never even, this is going to sound so bad, please don't hate me, but I've never even watched the Sumter County pageant. Like my grandparents were from there, my great-grandparents were there. There was a town named after my great-grandpa in Sumter County. But I had just never, I've never watched it. I've never been to it. My friends have watched it and been to it. My friends have been in it, and I've just I never knew anything about it.
I watched it every year. I was there every year.
I did watch it on YouTube. I did watch it on YouTube.
Yes, that's my first thing.
Was
before
I
watched it on YouTube.
COVID or?
No, I think they
I don't know.
I think the last time they posted was like 2021. Shakira was wearing a yellow outfit. Shout out to Shakira. You were wearing a cute little yellow outfit.
2020 that's when we found out about COVID.
Mm-hmm. I was in 8th grade.
You were, oh, wow.
They didn't do everything didn't shut down until after the pageant because the fair had already happened.
That's right.
But even whenever we talk about like 2020 queens, like she's told us they hardly got to do anything, and we have spent so much time together that like I cannot imagine like not knowing her. So like even after,
like when we think about giving up our crowns,
I
think we cry a little bit. I'm like, Emily, can we have like maybe like 6
I think
more
we're gonna cancel the pageant for the rest of the time. Yeah. We are permanent.
I think I'm gonna like fake a sickness and COVID's gonna come back and we're just gonna
please don't do that.
Can't do the pageant anymore.
We'll take anything but COVID. Please, something a little more mild than that.
We'll think of something.
Right.
Just like the regular flu, maybe.
We'll think of something.
Well, and that's the thing is, that's what life's all about.
Mm-hmm.
You get to experience something and then it's taken from you. Whether it's a crown or a family member or loved one or your job or whatever. So it teaches us to be appreciative of what we have and enjoy that time. Like you've said, take it all in, be like a sponge, soak it all up.
And go to everything, get every single
everything. And I think it's extra special with Dayna and I because this is our first titles, like both of us, first titles ever, as long as we've been competing. And this was my 3rd time competing for a title, and this was her 3rd time. So we kind of clicked over that too. But it's special because we're experiencing this together and don't know any different.
Right.
And we both equally look forward to everything, want to be at everything. Right. I think it's so disheartening whenever you see someone win and you're like, oh, I could have won that, and they're not ever there.
Yeah, and they don't do anything. And we did our school drive. Because I know other counties and other pageants, they have every year they do this kind of school drive or a jacket drive or a bottle drive, and I was like, I've never seen a county thing to have their own thing. So we started our school supplies drive, and we hope that the queens after us kind of continue that and keep it going.
That's cool.
I want Sumter County to be known as the county that helps the schools and does the school supplies drive and.
Those are probably our favorite events, our school events. We love those.
Yes, love school events. We did the Webster barbecue. We had ice cream twice that day. We had a hot dog. Yeah. And it was a great day.
The kids were asking us if we were the principal, if we were the boss of the principal, and we were like, yeah, we're basically Logan Brown.
I said, I told the what were they, 3rd, 4th graders? Yeah. I told them I was the mayor.
The mayor.
They think that we're the president or the mayor. They think.
It's amazing what the crown will do.
I know. Do we have our big crown then? When we had our other crowns. Now I love my Miss America crown and it's great, but I will forever miss my original Sumter County crown.
I agree.
Dayna probably more than me, but Dayna says it all the time that she wants to wear our old sash and crown. Now I will say it again. I love my Miss America sash and crown. I'm forever grateful. Thank you, Emily, for giving us this opportunity. But I will miss my big bedazzled Miss Sumter County sash. And my big Miss Sumter County crown, I had to drive like this, drive with my seat down and ducked because it was so big and beautiful. But
Too bad you didn't have a convertible. You could have just lit it.
Oh, yeah. I know. The night I won, I actually drove home in it, and I don't think Emily knows this, but I got into the car and I hit my head, and the front piece broke. I had to glue it back together.
Oh no!
Really just not.
Well,
I lost a
don't think.
rhinestone the first week.
We'll edit all that out. I'm just kidding. No, we're gonna
Don't
leave it
tell
in.
Emily.
We're gonna leave it in. We're gonna leave it in.
Just pause it for a second.
Pause it. Dana needs a drink.
You just hit on something that I wanted to bring up. When I was working, I always bring up Disney because it was it was a great experience for me. But I used to drive the parade floats at night and stuff, and I remember working with people who got to drive before I got the opportunity, and I'd be like, "What do you?" I'd ask somebody, "What are you doing tonight?" And they, where are you at? What are you doing? And they would say, "Oh, I'm driving parade." Like they were annoyed with it, and I was like, I remember saying to myself, "Look, if I ever get in that position, I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to make sure I don't." Nothing against that person. They might have been, they just might have been over it. They might have been overworked. We all get that way. But there's a point in that where that person was like, I have to instead of I get to. That's the difference. That's what I wanted to make the difference was, I have to do this or I get to do it. And so you guys are doing this. It's not like you have to go to this place and do it. You get to go to this place and represent something really, really good for future, young ladies that want to be just like you. But I wanted to make that point because I'm like, man, if people would just take the time to just think about what they're actually doing, and it's not. Sometimes they underestimate themselves or what they're doing. Like, oh, it's just a parade or it's just this. But if you put a lot of time and effort into it, it's something that you're interested in. Then it's something that means a lot to you.
Yes.
So when you guys. What was the feeling like when you got crowned?
I cried.
I'll ask both of you.
Dana's reaction. Dana and I's reactions are so different. Play the clip. No, I'm just kidding. But Dana, when she won, she was like, she did cry backstage. No, I didn't know anybody. Like I only knew Shakira. I didn't know anybody I was competing with. I didn't know the teens. But I kind of picked Dana out from rehearsal. She was this cute little tiny blonde girl. She had a big mouth in a good way. Like she was just super talkative, super bubbly and everything. And I had kind of picked her out. Like if I loved all the teens. I didn't know them personally, but I kind of picked Dana out. Anyways, and I forgot what I was saying. Brain fart. When I won. Stay
with me, Julia.
The teens had won and been crowned, and her mom, Ashley, was just bawling her eyes out, just crying, probably more than Dana. She was like, "Oh my gosh!" And Dana was like, and they had walked backstage, and we were all like, "Oh, congratulations!" And I think I said congratulations. I don't remember, but I was like, "Oh, yay!" And because I didn't know her that well. And then Lillian Brogan, when her speech. She was saying her speech. At the end of her speech, it was like, if you've worked hard for it, you will get what you deserve, kind of. And I was like, I have worked really hard to get where I am right now. Yeah. I just have this feeling that I did it. I finally did it this time. And they had called the second runner-up, and then they called the first runner-up. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've always been first runner-up. Either I just won or I didn't place at all. And then they called my name, and I just bawled. My heart sank. I was bawling my eyes out. I think I cried for a week after, just thinking about winning. And I watched my video every day of me winning, and I just cried because I was like, I worked so hard to get not just a crown, but get recognized for all the hard work and everything. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry right now. But it was just so rewarding, and so gives me goosebumps.
So Dana, what about you?
Oh man, my first year competing at Sumter County, I did not place, and then my second year going in, I didn't really expect anything specific. So I was like, I've never placed. The group was slightly bigger that year. I think it was 7 girls, and I got first runner up. I had no I told my mom my interview was really well, but you never know how other people's interview goes, so you just don't know. So whenever I was first runner up, I was like, I want to win next year. I'm going to win. And it was my last year competing as a teen, and I there was 4 girls in my group, and the second runner-up and first runner-up had been called, so it was like between me and one other person. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I could have just lost, or I just could have really just like won. And as soon as they called my name, I was just like so like in shock that I didn't even know what to do with myself. Like if you watch the video, my face is literally
It just is the same.
so
It's like,
funny. And I like am you can tell I'm like shaking. I can like barely breathe. And when I walked off stage, the crown was like so like loose on my head. It was like starting to fall off. And it was as I like walk off stage, I like have all this stuff in my hands, and like
the bouquet was probably bigger than her.
Yes, probably, yeah. And I got like backstage, and I'm just crying. And all the girls who are in Miss, well, the girls I knew that were in Miss that have been doing it for the years that I was in teen, they're like, oh my gosh, like we're so proud of you. And I just like I'm sobbing. And me and my mom took a selfie together. My mom told me we were gonna take the first selfie together. Like she was gonna have the first selfie of me being a queen. And like the thing is so blurry because she's like shaking and I'm like crying. There's tears all down our face. And it was just such like that. I literally have like 400 selfies that night of me literally just saying like I can't go to bed. I need to stay awake like this all night.
That she showered in her crown.
I went into Beefa Brady's for dinner that night, and as soon as I walked in, it was a lot of girls from the pageant, like my family and like some people that I like didn't know. And as soon as we walked in, like they all started clapping for me, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm made for this life.
Oh my gosh.
Well, and that's the thing is that's the reward from all the hard work, you know. But people just want to kind of show up and expect that same feeling. They don't want to put the work in. And I'm not saying that any of the girls didn't put work in. I'm just saying, you know, people do assume that. They go, you know, I'll just show up and it'll be all good, and last minute, and they don't put a lot of preparation into something. And sometimes it might work out for you. Sometimes, I mean, at random, but sometimes it doesn't work out so well.
Yeah, and like the 3 weeks before Sumter County, I think those were the longest nights of my freaking life. I was up until like 12 doing my dance, doing my interview. Oh, it was so long. Dayna and I like to say that the judges picked us together. So when like they picked her to win, they're like, okay, she looks good with Dayna.
They paired you up.
They paired us up together.
And they're like, who does Allie need? Allie needs this.
We got Starskin Hutch over here. Yeah, we need
and I was just, maybe Allie didn't have interview, but
No.
I think Allie and I kind of have like similar personalities, but my interview definitely, I didn't even know Allie, and I was channeling my inner Allie. Because my previous pageant I've competed in, they had interview, and I was very like, and this one I was just like, they're like, what have you overcome? And I'm like, heights. I've never been scared of heights in my life. I'm not scared of heights whatsoever. And they're like, so what fear have you overcome? And I went, heights. And that was it.
That's the thing is you have to be very, very honest. Like
Yes.
you have to just be like put it exactly how it is.
Yeah.
And I mean, some people go in there and they just like lie about how they've been their entire lives, and it's like I don't even know how you do that.
I know. They asked me, they were like, so tell us about yourself. And I was like, I have no idea. Like I've prepared for this moment of like, if they were to ask me, tell me about yourself in 30 seconds. I have like a song prepared. Shout out to Maddie because she taught me the song. But I was like, so I have a mom and a dad. I have 2 brothers and a sister.
Oh, gosh.
And like that was the whole thing. And I went, so yeah. And they just were like, okay, not what we were looking for,
Yeah.
but.
Well, you know, like you said about being honest. You know, that's just what everybody wants. Is they want people to be honest with them.
Yeah.
Now, they don't want everybody to be honest because sometimes the truth hurts, and it's not what you want to hear. Mm-hmm. So when you don't want to hear something, that's not the answer you're looking for. That's not, then they're the bad guy. You know what I mean? But going back to what you said about the interviews, and, asking random questions about yourself, it's kind of hard to put yourself in the spotlight because a lot of people, even like people that are like, hey, it's all about me, they still have a hard time because they're like, well, I don't want to say the wrong thing about myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They want to make sure they highlight everything, and I'm sure that everybody forgets something from time to time.
Yeah.
that's just like, I really don't like comments and stuff. Like if people, I do love feedback. I will say that people give me feedback about the show, but I don't know how to be like when they give me a positive. Now the negative is okay, or not negative, but you know what I'm saying. Like, hey, have you tried this? Or you should try. The constructive criticism they say. But when somebody says like, hey man, love the show, I'm just like, thank you. I don't know what else to say because I don't want to be like, yeah, whatever. It's not about me. It's about you guys. It's about whoever's on the couch. Yeah, right. But it's about whoever I'm interviewing. They're the reason why I'm here because I have them to thank for coming in today or whenever they have time and just taking a little bit of time out of their schedule for me to just ask some random questions or ask about how they grew up or what's going on in their life. So I think it goes hand in hand. You need to be honest, but you have to be. I think you need to be honest as much as you can because you can only go so far with extending the truth, you know what I'm saying? Like saying, well, that really didn't happen. You might get away with it sometimes, but then people remember little things like that.
Oh, yeah.
I told a story one time about, and it wasn't me. This really did happen, but it wasn't me. But I told somebody, I was like, yeah, my buddy had a lawn service, and I was sitting on we went through McDonald's in the drive-thru, and I sat on the mower on the back of the trailer and, like, grabbed the food. It would just be funny. And they're like, wow, you really did that? And I'm like, yeah. Yeah. And then I was like, I really didn't. And when I told them I really didn't do that, they were crushed. They were like, that sounds awesome, man. I'm like, yeah, it's also illegal.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can't, you know what I mean? It's give and take. Catfish Johnny's Restaurant, serving the Lake Pennsauken and surrounding areas since 1990. For the last 33 years, we have strived to serve great food at great prices and a friendly, casual atmosphere. If seafood isn't your thing, our burgers or wings are the best around. We have daily specials too. Check us out on Facebook or Instagram for more information. Duto Realty is a homegrown business with an eye for getting the job done right. From football games to Sunday school and everything in between, these ladies care about our community and the people in it. Helping buyers and sellers in all of Florida with all types of transactions including residential, commercial, farm, or vacant land. They do it all. They even offer auction services and sellouts to always get the job done right. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck, the delicious mobile coffee truck that brings you the caffeination inspiration you need. We deliver signature coffee products like our Nitro Cold Brew and Caramel Frappe to any occasion or festivity. And for those who don't like coffee, we offer a variety of delicious hot chocolates, energy drinks, lemonades, and teas. That's Travelin' Tom's Coffee Truck. Whether your water is supplied by a public municipality or a private well, for residential or commercial use, Purified Water Services LLC has the solutions to provide you with simply clean water. We offer a complete line of professional water filtration equipment and accessories. Soft water makes a difference you can see and feel. Water heater and appliances last longer with less maintenance. Iron and H2S filters eliminate iron stains and offensive rotten egg odors and protects your water softener equipment from iron fouling. No matter what your problem is, Purified Water Services LLC has a solution. Contact Kenny Williams at 352-446-2709. Promotional consideration paid for by the following. Webster Ace Hardware and Farm Supply are generous sponsors for today's podcast. They have been a family-owned business for 27 years. This helpful hardware store sells items such as archery, Ariat clothing and boots, Wrangler jeans, case knives, Hammond's candies, and live fishing gear. They also have a full selection of hardware, RV supply, propane, Ben Moore, Royal & Clark, and Kenningston paints. You need a barn or fencing job done? Custom barn kits and roofing metal are provided at your local Ace Hardware store. What about a new grill for the yard? Traeger, Big Green Egg, Weber, and Blackstone are found here, along with all the accessories to go with them. Stock up your workshop with DeWalt, Milwaukee, or Craftsman tools. They got you covered. Remember to go to ace.com to shop their entire line to have items shipped directly to the store. Pat's Taps at Catfish Johnny's. Pat's Taps is Lake Penosofsky's newest tap room, offering 14 rotating craft beers on tap. We also offer bottled domestic beers, seltzers, ciders, and wine, as well as a variety of appetizers and pub. Our family-friendly tap room is a great place to come hang out and enjoy some one-of-a-kind craft beer. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, or the Untapped app. Looking for custom apparel that stands out? Welcome to the Stitching Heifers, Bushnell's premier embroidery and custom apparel shop. From custom hats, t-shirts and jackets to unique gifts and business branding, we specialize in high quality, personalized apparel that reflects your style and vision. Step into our exclusive hat bar and design your one-of-a-kind custom hat, perfect for personal flair or promoting your brand. At the Stitching Heifers, we're committed to bringing your ideas to life with exceptional service and attention to detail. Whether it's for you, your business, or a thoughtful gift, we're your trusted partner for all things custom in the heart of Sumter County. Stop by today or visit us online to get started. The Stitching Heifers, custom style, local heart. But so you both win. You both feel like it was meant to be.
Yes.
The whole process, like you were talking about how those 3 days before the pageant were like the longest, that build up is what drives people crazy. Mm-hmm. But you said in that moment, when you found out you were gonna, when you found out you won, all this emotion just goes out. I mean, you can't contain it. Like you said, Dayna, it's like, you get so far, you get back and somebody congratulates you, and it only takes one person to set that fuse off, and you just go, ah! Yes. It's crazy. So you win, you can't sleep, you wear the crown, you bang the crown, you break it. As you break it, you bang it on the ceiling of the car. You don't even take it off when you go home.
Showered in it.
When the fair comes, what's that like? Because you are the ambassadors, whether you like it or not. You're the ambassadors not only county, but for the fair as well. So tell us a little bit about that whole process, how that was.
Like the fair and what we did.
Yeah. Like when you were at the fair.
Well, we weren't allowed to talk to anybody. That is what.
It was just us. Like, there's the 5 of us.
Yeah, we were we were with all of the auditors, I guess you would call them.
Yeah, like the board members who sit back there.
Yeah.
And like all the belt buckles and stuff. And our little baby ones, like Allie, I mean, she is older, but she's definitely, you could tell when she was getting tired.
Yeah.
But Allie, Sadie, and Bryn, like we kind of had to keep them occupied and like, okay, we're going to take a picture. And the little ones can't be in the pen with the steers. So they had to be like held back. But we would always have to like pay attention and stay focused because they would give us the belt buckle or the banner or anything. And we had to like go out there, take a picture and like leave. So it was super fast paced, but we were always doing something. Now,
right.
There were some long days where we would just sit in that pen, but we had to be like at 5 places at once. We were doing this and we were doing that. And then we had to run to get like announced at the Derby and stuff. So.
Oh yeah. There was one day we actually ran like through the midway all the way down to the arena in the back.
Dayna was like, run, Julia, run. And I was like, I can't.
Yeah, none of us could run. Like, we had to, like, hold on to our heads, and, like, the sash was falling off. And it was really hard, but we made it on time.
We did.
Well, I think they probably keep you guys so, like, together so much because, you can't, because it's so fast-paced, that you can't be like, hey, I'm gonna go get a fried Oreo.
They're like, no.
And you're gone, and they can't. Where's Julia?
Yeah.
Where did Julia go?
Yeah.
Now where's Dayna? We got Julia now. Where's Dayna? You've been in that situation where you're with a group, and you're like, okay, we got Mark. What happened to Bobby? Where's Bobby? Okay, Bobby's here. Where did Mark go? He was just here.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like that. So I get why they would do that. They got to keep you guys together. Yeah, because you don't want to. Like I said, there's so many people that are doing the steer show that they have to do those pictures, bam, 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 get them out of the way, and it's a timely process. But those make for long days, though. You know what I'm saying?
They were very
Yes.
long days. There were some,
Oh my
the
gosh.
first Saturday of the week, we got there at like 9 a.m. It was the day of the baby pageant, and we had to be there all, like, until, I don't think we left till like
Oh,
7.
the concert. No,
no,
we.
no, it was the derby or something.
Oh,
or like
yes,
the figure
yeah.
8 racing or something.
Oh my gosh.
And we got there like super early that morning. Me and Julia had to MC. I had to go do my talent. Mind you, I did not practice it at all. Sorry, Emily.
It was beautiful.
I didn't
though.
practice it from the time that I performed it at the pageant and to that week. Like, I did not practice it at all. So I'm glad that it worked out. But Emily would probably not be happy if I told her that.
Do you want me to wait to air this till after?
Yeah, after we
Okay,
give
okay.
up our crowns, please air this. Emily can't get mad at us.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But Emily really doesn't get mad. Emily doesn't get mad at us. But like, if Dayna said I didn't practice, she'd be like, Dayna. Like,
Yeah. She'd be
come
like,
on.
oh boy, that's her biggest thing.
yeah, she'd be like, well, you better point your toes.
Well, I can say Dayna is very, very nice. She's a very, very nice lady. She was very helpful when I wanted to do the interviews with all the queens that I could get at the time. And I know, like I said, I know it's a crazy time because it's in the middle of the fair, trying to get schedules, they conflict. We all have jobs during the day, so it's like I would work my job, go work the fair that night, and I'm thinking, when am I going to be able to have time to just take a little bit of a snippet of a video with these girls, just to get their names out there, because it's all brand new to them as well, much less to everybody in the county. What is something that you, I don't know, I know fairs change from time to time, but last year's fair, what was one of your favorite things that you can say, oh my gosh, I'll never forget this?
Riding on the back of the golf cart with all of the girls. We were all on a golf cart. It was Emily's golf cart, right?
I think so.
Or someone's golf cart. I don't know. We were just told to get on.
Took a golf cart.
And we rode to the back of the fair like we were like VIP, like celebrities, which we are.
Yes.
And we got announced at the concert, and we got to meet like Priscilla and what was the other guy?
Marty Raybon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like we got to take pictures with them and meet
yeah.
them and stuff.
Shenandoah,
and
yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he told us we were pretty. We're
Yeah.
gonna hold on to that forever.
Did you tell him you had the same last name?
What?
His-
We
his-
do?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's
You
so
didn't know
cool. No. That shows you how big of a fan I am. Whoops.
Yeah, his name is Marty Raybon.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's from Sanford. Like
Actually, pretty
originally
cool.
from Sanford, like
Oh.
near Orlando. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really nice guy. He was cool. That whole experience was cool. But yeah, you should have told him that. You should have led with that.
I should have.
But you should do your homework.
You're my dad.
Well,
hey.
well, he would have heard our names whenever we were announced, so he probably thought
Did
of
they say our
me.
last names?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, some
I
of
don't
them,
remember.
some of them. He's pretty. He's like out of the band members. He's like the most well known.
Yeah.
There's another guy there. I forgot his name, but no pun. Not to make a joke, but I can't remember his name off the top of my head. But all cool guys. But yeah, you should have led off with that because
Should've.
you could have been like Uncle Marty.
Yes,
He'd be
well,
like- he'd
we're
be like-
related. What do you mean?
He'd be like,
Remember me?
what?
Remember me?
But what a coincidence that you're there, he's there.
We're probably related.
But so that was Julia's answer. What about you? Ken?
I think my favorite, well, actually, leading into my interview, I literally told the judges, I was like, my favorite, like, my biggest dream was to be a queen. And whenever I was little, I used to ask my mom to get me seats next to the queens during the fair. Whenever my sister was showing, I was like, get me a seat next to them. Like, I want to sit right there. So I was always like that. And so I think my favorite part was just getting to sit there and be like,
Yeah.
this is, like, I get to sit there and I get to be like that. But also getting, because we didn't know, like, I knew of the little girls. Actually, fun fact, Bryn's mom was my 3rd grade teacher.
Oh, really?
And I went to their FCS, like, gym that they had.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I've known Bryn's mom for a long time, but I never really knew Bryn. But like just getting to know all the girls, my favorite thing that Allie said was she was in 6th grade last year, I'm pretty sure. She was 11, so yeah, 6th grade. And Sadie was in 5th grade.
4th grade. They're a year apart, but Sadie's in 5th.
Okay,
yeah.
So Sadie had said something, and she was like, I just can't wait to go to middle school. And Allie looked over so serious, like, you just know. And she looks over and she goes, "Don't rush it, girl. It goes by so fast."
They're
And
a year apart. They're a year apart.
A year apart. And I'm like trying not to laugh at her because it was such a like sweet comment, but that was just like my favorite thing that she said.
We're all like eating pizza.
Yes,
and
eating
everything.
pizza, and she said that, and it was just so funny.
You're like, thanks a lot, Grandma.
Yes,
That's
we
what
call her that. That's what we call
That's what we
her.
call her. We call her Grandma.
Shout out to Grandma. We're
Hey,
embracing inner
yeah,
Grandma
Grandma's
today.
right here.
Yeah, she's right here in spirit.
She's here. She's my joints are hurting.
She does. She's like, my hip hurts. Because, fun fact, she did dislocate her hip a couple years ago.
No
And
way.
so her hip like always hurts and stuff. So she needs a
Wow.
walker. But I didn't
She
know
does.
any of the girls before. Like I didn't know Dayna, Allie. I actually went to hair school with Allie's like second cousin, and I didn't know that.
Oh wow.
But I didn't know Sadie, Bryn. Fun fact, Emily, because Bryn competed in Lake County, and I got first runner-up at Lake County, and so did Bryn the same year. We competed in Lake County together in
wow.
January, and then
Wow.
competed in Sumter County. But I didn't start competing till like the end of my junior year. And my friend Maddie competed in, I think it was like Denim and Diamonds or Lake County something. It was 2022. And I took a picture with Maddie's little cousin, and Emily was in the background of our photo. So like Emily
that's
was
cool.
always at all the pageants and always like at other things. And I never knew who she was.
Yeah, it's cool because and you know that's how you'll see somebody and you haven't seen them in a while, but y'all ended up doing the same things, or it's just weird how people
Yes.
end up meeting each other, and they're all you either find out you're related to somebody, or I'm not saying you're related to them. I'm just saying you could you have the same last name, but that's
Probably
a start.
are.
That's a start. That's a start. But it that's how you get your name out there, and you start to learn how the whole processing works, and you go out, and that's all about networking. You get to meet new people, and you find out little tidbits of things. You find out someone's a grandma and they're 11, and no, I know Allie. She's a
hoot.
pistol.
She's a hoot.
Oh my gosh, she is so funny.
And she never stops.
No, I could do a whole podcast, and she'd be like just rapid fire.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you wouldn't get a word in. It would just
Yeah.
be
Yeah, it would actually not be your show anymore. It'd be
Yeah, she
the
would-
Allie
Allie show. Yeah.
yeah, you look over and I'm tied up. I'm like, She's like, welcome to the Allie
Anyways,
show.
welcome to the Allie show.
That's what she'd
My
do with
name's
her
Allie.
leg and everything, and she'd like,
be like,
put her.
"Hey guys, my name's Allie."
Yeah, she does it very like.
Yeah. Oh, she loved when we were sitting in the back of like the little cage, I guess, the little thing we were in.
Our cage.
Don't say it's a cage.
It is like a little cage. It's like a little fence.
Okay,
anyways.
fence and cage are two different. Cage has a top to it.
Some.
That is true.
Oh, I forgot what I was saying.
When we were sitting in our cage.
Now who's the grandma?
I know.
Right.
I know. It will come to me.
Well, while you're doing it,
It'll
let me
come
think.
to
Let me
me.
ask you this. So, the fair? I'm gonna a sidebar question from that fair question I just asked you. What was your favorite thing about the fair itself? Not an experience, but like I mentioned, fried Oreos a minute ago. Is that something like that? What is
Yeah.
something that someone who's never been to the Sumter County Fair? What is something that you could say, hey, next year look for this, or this is a cool show, or we have great concerts, or whatever.
Yeah.
What do you think?
That was actually one of my answers in my interview.
Oh, really?
Emily was very proud about this answer. They're like, if someone would go to Sumter County, what would you say? And I was like, definitely they have to go during fair time because no one does a fair like the Sumter County Fair and like all of that stuff. But we drank a lot of milkshakes.
So many milkshakes.
So many milkshakes and cheese fries and everything. But definitely like the food and the atmosphere. Like it is definitely like the county
the most
fair.
unhealthy week that
It
you will
was-
ever
it was
go
bad.
through.
Yeah, I definitely had to detox.
Yeah.
After sale day, I think I got the worst sinus infection. I was so sick after I lost
I
my
was so
voice.
tired. I took a 4-hour nap on Sunday after
Oh my
the fair.
gosh,
I
it
was
was-
so exhausted.
It was a long week, but definitely like the food and like the atmosphere. Like it just feels like the fair, and there's so many different types of like people like come to the fair. I think it was like my first or second day. I think I was wearing red, so it was like the first day, and a mom and a son came up to me and said he wanted to come for the girls, like he wanted to come for the queens. And I don't know if she really meant it, but like it was really kind of special. Like he's coming to see us.
Right.
We were the second day riding rides, and we were going through like it's not like a jungle gym, but it's like what's it called, like a maze thing.
Oh, the house, like the house.
Like the little fun
I don't know
house.
where I got
Fun
jungle
house,
yeah. But this little family was in front of us, and we were riding rides that day, and we took all the little girls because you have to be a certain age to go like by yourself. So we took all the little girls to go through so they could have someone to go. And this family, their little boy, he couldn't go, and he was like sobbing because he couldn't go by himself. So like I took him through the maze, and it was just so sweet to take someone that like you don't even know.
Right.
Like their parents were just like, yeah, it's okay. And it was just like you don't even know me, and you just let me take your son through a maze.
Yeah, I mean, you have a sash and a crown. I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean,
well, yeah, what are you gonna do?
What harm can you do?
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna. That was gonna be one of my next questions. That I wanted to ask you is, did you have any? I mean, besides that experience, I was a young man. You said, well, what about young girls? Did they come up to you and say, "Hey, how was that like? Oh, it's the queen," or did you see how excited they got?
So it's like a family friend, their little girl. I think she's like 2 or 3, and it was like the third day. It was like that disco party.
Yes.
And I was wearing like a full sequins outfit. And obviously, like I have like bright blonde hair, and she kept calling me Barbie princess. And she asked me to come to her birthday party.
Aww.
And like all this stuff. And I she wouldn't eat unless I sat right next to her and like ate with her. And it was just so sweet. Like she wanted to come and dance with us at the little disco party. There was multiple days
after. Like the next day, she would come up and be like, "Barbie princess."
Yeah,
like every day.
Now, like if I see her, because like I said, like a family friend. If I'm not wearing my crown, like she'll still call me Barbie princess and like let me hold her. Because if we say like I'm Barbie princess, she's like, oh okay, like totally fine, not shy.
Yeah, I'm gonna need to see some identification for Barbie princess. You just make a card up, you're like, look, I'm Barbie princess.
Right here. We need to get you a belt buckle.
Yes, Barbie princess.
Miss Barbie princess
Barbie
2025.
princess.
I know, because I have. Actually, everyone loved this at Miss Florida.
Yeah.
When we were at Miss Florida, we had like a country
Western,
night, like
yeah.
a Western night, like before crowning and everything. And I wore this, and I got so many compliments. Because I told them, I was like, I'm going to wear a belt buckle with my name on it. And they're like, okay, Julia, like, ha, ha, ha. No, I wore it, and everyone loved it. I got stopped in the elevator. I got stopped walking to the bus. Yeah. Big crowd stopper.
Well, a lot of people, I'll tell you, a lot of people are they're transplants that come to Florida. And I can't tell you how many people I had last year at the fair. They go, we're not from this area. And I was like, I was kind of thrown off because I was like, wow, I didn't expect anybody not to come from out of the, I mean, the surrounding counties maybe, but they're like, no, we're from Orlando, or there are people that just go to fairs, and that's cool. I mean, that's what they're into. I didn't know that was a thing. Like, I didn't know people traveled, and besides the people in the fair, that was the deal. But they would come and they'd say, yeah, that we love this stuff. And you guys, I've had so many compliments on the fair. And what a great job everybody had done. And it was funny because, you don't expect someone to compliment about the fair. Because, you think of the fair, you're like, all right, it's the fair. People just think about the food and the rides. But they don't understand it. They don't realize how much more there is to it. Like, we've added the concert series, and we've got the demolition derby, and not that we have it during fair time, but that area is where we have the rodeo. So we have a lot of events there that people are not aware of because they're unaware of it. They don't know what goes on in that county, even though Facebook is a great tool to use for promotion, but not everybody has a Facebook, or no, they don't check that Facebook or whatever. So they have a lot of people that come and they're like blown away by how smooth it is. And I've heard people go, yeah, so-and-so county, I went there. Oof, like it's pretty bad, but it makes you feel good because this is where you live. Mm-hmm. This is where you guys,
representing.
Right. You're representing that. And, have you had anybody, stop and talk to you about, like, are you like almost like quiz you like on the spot, like, are you from here? Have they ever done that?
Yes, definitely to me.
Oh, really?
You know.
We did like an awards thing at the end of the year. Like we gave out a scholarship to one at South Sumter High and then one at Wildwood Middle High. It was like a fair scholarship or something. And we were sitting, they had like assigned like speaker seating, I guess you could say.
Like our names on the seat.
And we were sitting there and there was this like older man. I think it was at the Wildwood. I'm pretty sure he's from the Villages or something.
Yeah, we are at Wildwood because we are at front.
And he was just asking us so many questions. And, like, it was so nice, like, to answer things, like, something that you're passionate about. It's, like, good to talk about that. But sometimes I, like, don't know the answer. I'm just like, Julia, please answer.
Yeah, that time I do most of the talking. Not because she can't, because she is a well speaker, but sometimes it's like...
It's a question that I'm like, I don't even do that.
He was asking about like our CSI and like what we represent and where we're from. I tell people I'm from Webster. So
it's a very hard topic to speak about.
Well, I mean,
let's not talk about it.
I'm not trying to get into that. We'll just change the subject. But you see what I'm saying? Like, they want you to represent the county.
Yes.
So they want to know a little more about you.
Yeah, and like what we represent, like us, like going into winning, like what we want to represent. And mine's definitely like the school system. Like my mom was a Title I public school teacher. She was a preschool teacher for 20 years. And I think the past like 4 or 5 years she has in the district office now. So now she's teaching the teachers and does so much more within like the school system. And when we were little, she used to take us, because I've always, not to be like a brat type of thing, but I've always gotten everything I wanted. I've always gotten new shoes for school, new backpack, like new toothbrush. My dad would brush my hair at night, like that type of thing. And she used to take me to her lower income students' housings and like take me to see all of it and like this is how other people live, and it like really, like I understood more of what.
Right.
So that's why.
More appreciative.
Yes, and that's why I wanted to do the school drive, because some people don't get new backpacks for school.
Right.
Some people don't get new pencils and erasers for school. So it's like that and getting more attention, because my thing is learning disabilities. Like I have 2 learning disabilities, and not everyone kind of sees that. It's kind of like an invisible disability or whatever. But some people say, you don't have that. And it's like, no, like I really do. Just because I don't show it to you or it doesn't like click on like that. Like I really do have a disability that people can't see. So just kind of advocating for those people.
Right. And, a lot of people, going back to showing how, showing people how good they have it. When they don't understand.
Yes.
And, I've always said, it's not the kids' fault. Like, like we always have these school drives, and it's a great thing. I mean, we always have the big one at Langley every year before, and I know that there are different places, but the one I go to is at Langley, and they do a great job. All the churches do it. They do a great job. They get the haircuts, and you wouldn't even understand, like, you wouldn't even think about it. You're like when they, somebody getting a haircut.
Yeah.
Or
like their teeth checked out, because when we went to the fairground one, like they were getting their eyes checked and their like teeth checked, and I was like,
little things like that.
Yeah.
And I mean, you should know, because you do hair. Like every time I go and get my haircut, I feel like a new person. Like I feel like, even though
it makes you feel good.
Short,
yes.
But you know what I'm saying. Like,
I'll cut your hair.
He actually just got it cut the other day. I saw him in the
yeah.
We
Dayna
did
was
talk
there.
about that.
Like just a couple days ago.
But next time I will cut your hair.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll
Call
stay.
me, what's the salon number? 352-767-2767. Wait, that's wrong, actually.
Don't call that number.
Don't
call
plug
that
it and you don't know the
Oh, gosh.
Julia
good
just
with
gave the old Lucy Ho's. Do you remember that restaurant? The Chinese restaurant? Lucy Ho's?
No.
Oh, people will know what that is. But it was a chain. It was in the mall, and there was one by Captain D's right there in Leesburg.
Oh, okay. Yes, yes.
Yeah. It might have changed its name, but that was what was called Lucy Ho's.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't sound very nice,
like
but
the
it
tacos
was.
and stuff,
You
yeah.
both looked at me like, no, it was Lucy Ho's. Yeah. I don't know why I thought of that name, But that's the first one that came to my mind. Okay, we'll say Hardee's. It's the Hardee's. It's the Hardee's in Wildwood that got shut down.
What?
Did you know that?
No.
Yes.
I'm
Oh my gosh.
confused.
There's like a Hardee's like
The Hardee's right on Main
Yeah.
Street there, right? On
What?
301. It's on 301. Yeah.
I drive past that all the time.
Yeah,
and
it's
I
close.
just
There was a Hardee's on 301.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, for years.
every time I drive past it, I think of a biscuit.
Dana, you're hungry. Dana.
There's a Dairy Queen now. There's a Dairy Queen up there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Yeah, there's a Dairy Queen. That's a little bit further on 301.
and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
a crumble cookie over there too.
Yeah, now
yeah,
there is
yeah.
and a Super Target. I have not yet been to
I
the
have
Super
gone
Target.
to the Super Target
Is it
and
good?
I loved it. I've got a new set of pajamas and
I still have your pajamas that I bought
I
for
still
you.
have yours I bought for you.
I know, our matching ones.
We bought matching ones because right about the time that Miss Florida started, we had like an orientation weekend and we had to stay overnight. That was like, it was such a good weekend because we got to
Right.
meet all the girls, but I was so sick. I had, I don't like the
Yeah,
flu
she
or
definitely
something.
had the flu.
My fever was so high and like I couldn't stop. Like I had to keep going, sitting through this stuff, going to rehearsals. I was so deathly ill. And I was trying so hard not to be dramatic. The last day I literally cried and telling my mom like I felt so bad. It was just
It was a rough week.
It
I
was a
washed your
rough-
hair in the sink in the hotel bathroom.
yep, she did. But
She
we
didn't
bought
wanna
each other.
rinse- What?
Yeah, I didn't want to
Oh.
rinse my spray tan off.
Yeah, she
That's-
didn't wash her tan off, so I
Actually,
Came
that's
to her
actually
hotel
a good
room.
little like a hack for you if you self tan. Don't wash your hair right after.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
wash your hair before.
Yeah, because your shampoo will run down your legs and it'll like make your tan
Looks
messed
streaky,
up.
yeah. Yeah.
That's a fun fact for you. I know you probably.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
But
Well, now
hey,
you do.
hey, fun fact of
Now
the day,
you
guys.
do.
Fun fact of the day.
New segment.
Don't use soap when you rinse your spray tan off.
Yeah. Don't use soap. Lindsay will tell you that.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Lindsay-
Spray Mobile
Lindsay
Tanning, our
will-
sponsor.
Lindsay Mallory will spank your butt.
Yeah,
She will.
seriously.
She will spank
Yes.
you. If like when we were at Miss Florida, she gave me like a can of spray tan and stuff. Cause like once I checked into Miss Florida, no one was allowed to speak to me or like touch me or anything. I saw her in the parking lot like once or twice, and I'd like run over and was like, "Oh my gosh, hi!" And then I had to like run back because like I wasn't allowed to talk to anybody, see
yeah, it was
anybody.
so sad.
It was
I
like
such a sad
that's
girl.
crazy.
I missed my mom for a long time.
That's crazy.
I missed you too.
Yeah, I would see Julia and I'm like, Julia, like I know you. And like the only time we got to really see her was whenever the prelims and stuff were done. She had 2 prelim nights and there was like a visitation time. And I would get to see her, and every time I just like run up to her and give her the biggest hug. I was like, "I missed you so much." And
And
then
I wasn't allowed to see
yeah,
anybody.
she couldn't. Like I would text her a little bit, but she would always be busy because she had to get herself ready, like by herself, and she was like in quarantine with all the Miss candidates, and I never got to see her. But like I was staying at the Airbnb with all the other girls and
Yeah.
like my mom, and it was just so like sad not having Julia there because she was the only one missing. And Sadie, I did miss Sadie too. She didn't get to come.
Well, listen, I have one more thing we're going to talk about, and then I know you guys have to go.
Oh, what
because
time is
it's
it?
almost
Let's check.
It's almost 9:00.
Oh my.
Oh.
So I know you have a rodeo to go to. This
Mm-hmm.
is going to be this will be a little bit behind, but you have a rodeo today, not literally today when you watch this, but
I
you have a
know.
rodeo to go to, and I do not want you to be late. And you go, well, we run the Goblay show. I'm like, no.
It's okay. Emily will.
Emily will never
will
forgive
not
me.
be there that morning. Bo has a football game.
At
Go
10:30,
Bo.
so
Go
everyone
Bo.
cheer for number
Woo.
1.
Oh,
That's right. He's playing
Beasley.
Wolfpack. That's where I got to go after this later on.
Okay,
too.
well, Emily will be there. So
Yeah.
if we're late, don't
I'll
tell
tell
her.
her. I'll be like, I'm sorry. I'm so
Yeah,
sorry.
they
She'll
were
be like,
late.
"What? Sorry
Well,
for
we
what?"
don't have to be there till like 9:45, 10, so we can keep talking. We can actually probably talk all day.
Well, I was going to say, and this is how we'll kind of tie this all in because it's already been an hour. Can you believe that?
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
know.
I
I
feel like we've
know.
been sitting here for like 5 minutes.
I know.
I
It goes
know.
by quick.
Okay, and welcome to the
trust me.
Goblay Show. Start now.
Before I say anything, Julia has been doing some voiceover for me. So if you hear her talking about Catfish Johnny's and Pat's
That's me.
Pat's
I sound different. Like usually I would
She-
like
she just-
Catfish Johnny's. But
Oh gosh.
don't really sound like that.
no, we had to have her hide her voice so people now they're gonna know. Because
Yeah, it's
I let the
me.
cat out of the bag there.
This is the face
Surprise!
behind the voice.
The face
I
behind
know.
the
Because usually,
voice.
he told me he would usually do like the voiceovers. Oh my gosh, my head's too big for these. Anyways,
It's falling off. Your head's too small.
My head's too small, but I have a big brain. Don't you worry. He would always tell me like he did the voiceovers and everything, and so now when you hear a woman's voice, it's not him anymore.
Yeah, I'm
It's
disguising
me.
my voice as Julia.
It's me.
But what I was going to ask you is, what is, because you have just a couple more months left. I'm not trying to bring
5.
not trying to bring down the show or anything, but you have about five months left, and but we're getting on the back half of the good times, and
Yes.
you got all the Christmas stuff coming up. What is something that you're looking forward to, both of you?
Definitely the parades. I've been in parades, but I've never been in a parade as a queen. And so I'm so excited to sit, because like all the little girls, like when we were at the Easter Bunny Bash or whatever, the little girls would high five Dayna and I and tell us that they're never gonna wash their
they
hands.
would high five us, and like they'd just do like this, and they'd like looking at their hand, like they
and
would
like run around, like sit like this for like 20 minutes, and it's like that. Like I've always been, I don't want to be like, oh, I've never been seen, but without the crown. But definitely with the crown and sash, I feel more seen, more appreciative, more like, wow, she's important kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so definitely having all the little girls like look at me and the Christmas stuff. I love getting dressed up and wearing my sash and
We
crown.
do
like,
love getting dressed up.
Oh, Dayna loves it. We FaceTimed last night. She's like, I washed my sash. Like,
Yeah, I did wash it.
and,
It's clean today, so when you see me at the rodeo, everyone.
Mine's not clean, so don't mention it. But like,
I won't
I
tell
am
them.
just so proud to wear my sash and crown, and I feel like that sounds cringy, but like I love wearing it. And
Yeah.
when we have events that we don't wear a sash and crown, Dana are like, okay, then why are we even going? Not seriously, like as a joke, but like we love wearing our sash and crown. I love getting dressed up and putting on the sash and crown and being like seen as a queen.
Well, I'm glad you guys kind of didn't wear them today, because I wanted you guys to be yourselves. I didn't want you to feel
Yeah.
like you had to put on all the glitz and glamour, you know what I'm saying? Just, I want you to be Julia, and I want you to be Dayna. I mean, I want you to be yourselves, open up. And that's very important, like we said earlier, about being honest. We want to know the real you guys. I don't want it to have somebody see you or meet you and go, well, she seems fake. Yeah, be yourself. And like you said about, you guys are out there in the public eye. You guys really are, like I said, ambassadors. You are like represent something that we want to remain a positive image. And you guys are doing a great job. I'm just saying, but that's the give and take. You wear the crown, you have to do the job. It's a big deal. So I think you guys are doing a great job. All the ladies, even though they're not here, all the ladies have done a great job. I see them in the papers all the time. And like I said, on Facebook when they get tagged. And
Yeah. Lots of papers.
Lots of papers.
My boyfriend's grandpa collects them.
Oh, really?
Like, I have every single paper that we are in. I have, like, 5 of each. Every time I see him, he's like, Julia, he has this, like, heavy country accent. He's like, Julia, I have a paper for you. And I'm like, thanks. And it's, like, a big old stack. He actually did laminate a couple for us.
Yeah.
So
Oh, how kind.
he laminated some of our faces. But even if it just has, like, my name in it.
Right. But that just shows you that people are proud of you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing is, you want that positive image. I've, with kids and the future generation, they need somebody to look up to. So these young ladies that are walking around the fair or at Day Battlefield or a Christmas parade, not just this year, every year, when they see the crown, they should be able to walk up to you and be like, hey, I want to be like her one day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? That's a really, really cool feeling to have somebody want to emulate you. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how to be sometimes. I'm that person. I've never had anybody say they wanted to be like me. But if they did, I wouldn't know what to
I
tell
want to
them.
have a podcast like
Yeah,
you.
I was going to say, I want to be like you.
Yeah, I want to be like you, have a podcast like you.
Well, hey, look, it goes back to what I said before. If you want to do something, you'll do it.
You
Do
can
it,
come
yeah.
on our podcast one day.
I would love
Yeah,
to.
like when we're famous.
Yes, I would love
Miss
to.
America's team.
There you go.
Right here.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, we're gonna win together.
Well, one day Dana's not going to be a teen anymore. She's going to be
Yeah.
Miss
I know.
America.
Well, actually, with Miss Florida, I was supposed to be in teen. Like
Oh, really?
Ireland Harkins, the Miss Florida's teen 2024, was actually older than me by like a year or two. But I don't know. Emily wanted Dayna to go because originally it was just going to be me.
Right.
Keith Keith Williams, the director of Miss Florida, had invited me to go, and I guess Emily and him have been talking for a while to try to get Sumter County to go back to Miss Florida. And Emily wanted Dayna to compete, and we did not want to compete together. That's just like we didn't want to.
Yeah.
And so, and I Miss Sumter County, so they didn't want to send Miss Sumter County as a teen, so they bumped me up to teen. And I don't know if this is true, but I was told that I was the youngest person to ever compete in Miss Florida since like the 70s or 80s.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
That's
and
cool.
I made top 15.
Nice.
Yep.
That's right. I forgot all
Yes.
about that. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, you guys are doing a great job. Continue to do what you're doing and have fun the rest of the time that you get to do all this, because there's an old saying, the spotlight fades quick, and you don't realize that until after everything's done. So enjoy your time, soak it up, enjoy. I even go as far as like, not mental documentation, but take tons of pictures. I wish I would have had a cell phone back when I was growing up. It would probably get me in trouble.
That's what my mom says.
Yeah.
She's so glad social media wasn't around.
Right. Well, same thing, but same here. But I was always the guy with the camera, like the little shoulder cam, or little handy cam. At school, football games, whatever. I was just trying to make sure, I didn't miss anything. I wanted people to feel like they were there. You know what I mean? And experience the same thing that I'm experiencing. So you guys keep up the great work. Julia and Dayna, I appreciate your time today. You guys are always welcome to come back.
We'll have to come
Maybe
back.
we'll come back and we'll do like a part 2 of what the rest of the year.
Yes. Like right before we crown.
We could do that right before you guys crown.
Yes, we're gonna be sad. We're
Regift,
so
I would say.
Yes.
And that's really that's a good way to put it. Regift, because that's a gift. You guys were gifted this crown. You give it back to somebody next year, and that sisterhood continues.
Yes.
So I really appreciate your time. Have fun at the rodeo today. I'm not going to tell Emily.
Yeah, don't tell me. Actually, Dayna and I. What time is it? We're going to stop at Starbucks. And we're going to stop at Starbucks.
And it's already 9:02.
Breakfast. I know. We're going to probably go inside and order, sit down, going to eat, drink our drink.
We'll be there by the time,
and then
the
go
game
to the
starts.
rodeo.
So
I get really, really hangry. Ask my mom. I get really hangry. I get really tired. So don't send me to a rodeo all day without being fed. So we're going to Starbucks. We're going to Starbucks.
All right. Well, with that, I'm not going to Starbucks, but
he's staying here.
I'm staying here.
He's staying right here.
But for my guests, Julia and Dayna, thank you so much for joining us today. And I want to thank you guys at home for watching, on the road, doing what you're doing if you're at work or whatever. I also want to thank my sponsors. Without you guys, this is not possible. And so I want to appreciate every one of you guys joining us. Don't forget that we are on YouTube and Spotify. Make sure you subscribe and follow. And until next time, we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.